interesting lineup of cattle, and just some description as a comparison of all of them as we get out here. Young man's calf that starts out there is big-bodied and soft, and you certainly like all those things about him. You know, I think he's probably a little cold this morning, and he's just not relaxing his top as how I read that he should. I don't think that bull has any tightness to his spine because he doesn't read that way to me. I think he just humped up and cold. But you love the rib shape to that individual. You like that his feet point forward. He's probably, from a soundness standpoint, most correct in terms of slopes and angles and the give to his structure. I don't think he's the most attractive bull that we've seen out here, but I think he's certainly ideal, and I wouldn't want any more leather, both front or at sheep standpoint. I think he keeps some breed character there, and I don't think it's unacceptable. For me, it's very acceptable. So he balances, he has some performance, and he's sound. Lots of things that you have to like about him. The next red bull, you know, kind of like I talked yesterday a lot about meat and potatoes cattle, and I think that's how it would describe him. He's stout enough and has some body dimension to him. He gives up some in terms of bone and footwork and power compared to the bulls on either side of him. The black bull is one that I love when he's stopped. The sheer muscle that calf has is something that I think we have to keep in all of our Moss Indicus cattle. He's big and expressive in his top and really explosive in his stifle. You can see some roundness to him there. You know, with all that added muscle, he comes where he's a little tighter in his spine, a little bite and more bound up there, but he still gets out and moves. And he's one that right behind him, if you read those cattle in their hock structure, they drive their hock really hard and they set further back on their heel, and that's how their structure is able to go. When you have that much drive to their hock, you have to have some compensation in their pastern and their foot, and so they set a little further back. And it's just a descriptive thing. I wouldn't want them any straighter there in their hock than they are, but it's something that you have to watch as you breed cattle. I like, though, that black bull quite well because of the curvature to his rib, the added muscle that he has. The fawn-colored bull, you know, he's probably going to have a bit more frame as you look at him compared to some of the others out here, but you read him in terms of just true performance, in terms of balance from the side, in terms of combination of how he's designed sheath and rib and look-wise. Good kind of calf, not as powerful in terms of muscle as the one right in front of him, but still certainly very acceptable. The oldest bull is the one that gets a little plainer from a balance standpoint, doesn't have as much lower rib, but he's sound, he's long-sided, sure not going to have some can contribute from those standpoints. So there's two bulls for me that kind of hit the mark. I think they're different in their type and their kind, but I think in terms of having contributions or what they can go out and do for a herd in the future, young man's bull that wins the first class, I'm going to use him for champion. Congratulations to that young man. Second in that class was a red baldy calf. Is he around still? Good job. Hey, I think that bull calf will work really well on that Simmental female that you had yesterday, buddy. Let's go ahead and pull that red calf in. This red blazeface in, and no, he's not probably as fresh in terms of some of the other cattle, but in terms of look and build and soundness, this one's built really, really well. And I think he makes a decision for reserve pretty tight, because you read this guy in terms of just soundness and muscle structure and the combination of muscle and look. He gives that, the one that is also a consideration for reserve, this black bull, he gives him a run for his money. I think the black bull is closer today in terms of just being at 12 o'clock. He's a little more open in his rib and his forerib. I'm going to use him for reserve. Congratulations to him.
Congratulations to our champion and Louisiana bred champion, Beefmaster Bull, Elliot Dore, reserve champion and reserve Louisiana bred, Kennedy Buxton.